Yo! Sup, you wanna play?
Please do not talk to me.
No, look, just one game. I just want to show you my pool cue.
Okay.
And by pool cue, I mean penis. I'm referring to my penis. Maybe we could have sex. See what happens.
Jason is my son, and today is his
You could have dinner with us. My brother makes good head cheese. Candyman, I get cheese. Candyman. We all go a little mad sometimes.
Hello and welcome to Two Guys, One Necronomicon, a weekly horror review podcast where we talk about all things horror. We talk about your cult classics to your modern day trash. And sadly, the Summer Bash, our summer camp marathon, has come to an end. And I know you're very, very sad, Bri.
It's a very sad day. It's ended. But now, Shane, like they always say, we have to turn a new leaf. And that new leaf is leaving the 80s summer camps behind us.
So we are reviewing Truth or Dare. And we have a very special guest on this episode that we did not mention.
Yes, very special guest. And this, I would say, is like a very important episode because he has actually helped us adapt a lot of our concepts and segments for this show.
He is the originator of the Passion Bump.
Of the rewrite.
Yeah, I was going to say recast, but I don't think he came up with the recast.
Well, I don't like to give him too much credit.
Exactly. So, without further ado,
I'd like to introduce Mike G. We've alluded him every episode, and he's a very special guy. And you may not know him, but I'll give you everything that you need to know about Mike.
Yeah.
He is a huge fan of Stephen Dorff. Not only the actor himself, but his body.
Love that body. It's a great body.
Not only that, in his spare time, he likes to watch his beard grow.
Yeah. No need to elaborate, let's move on.
nothing else can be said from that. I don't know anyone else who enjoys that.
And the last thing you need to know about Mike G, and this is the most important, is that what he looks for in a female partner is their pain threshold.
Gotta be high.
Specifically how high it is.
Very high.
So, I think what he means when he's saying this is he needs someone that's able to actually sit down and watch the full movie of Truth or Dare with him. Because that's a painful experience.
Please. You guys, get off your high horse, would ya?
So, Brian, why don't you introduce us, since you haven't done that yet, you stupid bitch.
Oh,
my God.
We are your hosts, Brian Hopwood LaGrassa and Shane. If you can't beat him some more.
Beat him. Just beat him.
Smith.
So we're just throwing the Michael Jackson, just beat him into it?
Yeah, I came off top of my dome right there. Some, cool music when you intro me.
I'll get you something.
Give me something
I'll
good
get you
there.
something hot.
Yeah, we ain't giving you shit. So, Truth or Dare. We had to have Mike G on this episode because for some fucking reason, it's one of his favorite movies.
Of course it is. I'll tell you why. The movie's fast. It's furious. Slow down, Paul Walker.
Okay, so...
It never stops. It never slows down. It's in your face the whole 100 minutes, guys.
What I would say is this movie got maybe too much face.
Yeah,
We gotta talk about the face.
which we're dubbing Willem Dafoe face.
Yeah, because there's a possession type aspect to this movie where people just start getting possessed by like a demon, and the demon has this infatuation with really stretching people's lips.
It's really what the movie's most known for. If you Google it, it's the first thing you see, the face.
Because I think the idea behind this movie was to give people plastic surgery. They really want everybody to have it.
Can I tell you what I think it looks like?
I would love to hear it.
I was going for a rejected Sesame Street character.
Okay. That, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Like the big smile.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Every possession that occurs in this movie, they get this strange face. And I was thinking maybe they just smack them with a Nickelodeon face. Wouldn't that be sexy, Shane?
Like Face from Nickelodeon?
Like Face.
Okay.
Remember Face?
Yeah, I remember Face, but Face was fun and joyous and colorful, and this movie is awful and sad, and I hate the face. Yeah, so this movie, just for those of you who don't know Truth or Dare, is awful. And it's definitely a big come down from the movies we had been reviewing. For the most part, they've been pretty good movies.
This is a Blumhouse movie, too.
Blumhouse, 2018.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because Blumhouse has done some good things. This just isn't one of them.
No.
Where can the people find this film?
The people can rent this movie off of Amazon Prime.
And if you don't have Amazon, you're fucked.
I rented it last night. $4. You guys should have an hour-long ASMR episode. Hey guys. Welcome to Two Guys, One Necro. Just hours straight of that. Really get the ladies going.
I don't think anyone wants to hear me or Brian do that for
What
an
about
hour.
a 24-hour straight live stream?
Yeah, no one's tuning into that either. Especially if the 24-hour live stream is us talking about Truth or Dare.
Feeling the heat in here, guys. I would just like to validate Shane Smith. He says it sometimes. Very hot in this room. I don't know how you work under these conditions.
It's a steam bath.
It's quite hot. Bri, just thanks for having me, dude. Thanks for all the nice things you say. The glowing stuff. I'm like blushing when you get done talking about me. Just swooning in my...
There's not enough good things I can say about you.
No, yeah, it's true. I mean, I can
appreciate
think of a few things.
I'm happy to be here.
If you agree with me, I think we've been pretty fair for you over all of our episodes. We've really painted you in a good light.
Don't like Red Bank. I'll take everything else. Get Red Bank the fuck out of my face. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry to any listeners in Red Bank, New Jersey. Mike G is not a fan.
I'm not sorry. Your town's a shithole.
With all of that said, guys, let's just fucking jump right into the spooky pit.
Ooh. Probably the greatest pit.
Yes.
And why it's the greatest pit is because a friendly game of Truth or Dare comes back to haunt college students on spring break.
Spring break.
Don't do that. We're not doing that. You always ruin everything.
Everything, dude. Harmony Korine is ass.
He's a good director, and I will say that till the end of time.
Truth or Dare was directed by Jeff Wadlow, and I'll tell you one thing about this guy. He really set a precedent for thriller because this movie has some thrills.
I like how you couldn't even say that without laughing at the end of that sentence, because this movie is the anti-thrill. It's an interesting movie in terms of how bad it is, but that's about it.
I'm going to give you guys the cast, and the cast is everybody who goes on a roadie to Mexico. I think that's fair. The cast is Lucy Hale as Olivia Barron.
Can we point out where she's from?
Yeah.
Where Homegirl's from? PLL. Who watches Pretty Little Liars out there?
I think
this
you
guy
do.
did.
Yeah, you do.
Tune in. It's a good show.
Tyler Posey as Lucas Moreno. Teen Wolf?
Teen Wolf. Not the 80s classic with Michael J. The really bad MTV show.
I feel like you're stealing my thing right now, where Brian says something and I have to throw in information.
It's pretty great.
I'm throwing in. I was a pitcher. I'm throwing fastballs here.
Yeah,
I
but
like the movie. Just a straight 90
you throw
heater.
you throw softball high arc.
Throwing heat, guys.
Violet Bean as Marky Cameron.
Don't know who that is.
Hayden...
Threw a dip on her, though.
No, that was me. Hayden Zetto as Brad Chang. Sophia Ali as Penelope Amari. Nolan Gerard Funk as Tyson Curran. Landon Liberon as Carter. Sam Lerner, Ronald Ronnie Wachowski, the only saving grace of this entire film.
If he would have been in the whole movie might have been better.
Big facts.
Without further ado, let's slip and slide into Mexico.
Yes, because this movie starts off with a car speeding down a dirt highway.
High octane driving.
And she stops at a gas station. She does what anyone would do at a dirt gas station.
She wants some smokes.
Yeah, exactly. She asks for some Morleys.
Picking up a pack.
The clerk, his phone rings, and he answers the phone. He doesn't want to be rude. He's like, 1 second, he answers the phone. And then he hangs it up, and he just automatically, in a strange demonic voice, just says, Truth or Dare.
I'm scared already.
She's like, I don't want to play this game anymore. So what does she do? She picks up lighter fluid and just squirts it all over the store, especially on a trail leading to another woman who's very scared.
And she lights the woman on fire.
Death number 1.
Then the title of the movie hits, and you see Olivia making an online promotion on her, I guess, YouTube channel or social media.
Yeah, you know, she's a YouTuber. I think she has about 4.5k followers on YouTube.
And it's for Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, and she's making this video basically saying how she's excited to go on her trip. She's not going to spring break. She's doing a retreat for Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah.
Which is very nice of her. But her friend Marky, who is an absolutely terrible person throughout the entire movie, is like, you're canceling this trip because you're coming on spring break with us.
Yeah.
They guilt her, I would say.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
They definitely guilt her. And she's like, nah, I really can't. I'd love to. It's great, but she's like, oh, this is our last spring break together, and life is going to screw us over after that. Which is true. They're doomed.
Yeah, it's all over after
It's all
college.
downhill from there, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget, the friends all say if she goes on the trip, they'll all join in on Habitat for Humanity if she comes, which I feel like is a giant lie.
It definitely is. The best part is, Marky's like, well, you have to come. I canceled your trip and said you had shingles. You know, like the roof shingles.
Nice.
What I like, though, is that sounds like a joke I would make.
Yeah, it does. That's fair.
So that's a good joke.
It's really not. Let's move on.
Yeah, so like Mike mentioned, their friends enter, Penelope and Tyson. They're like, we're going to give you a 2-week construction session for Habitat if you go on this trip. And I think that her personal habitat expenditure is only 1 week, so
Yeah.
they're giving back an extra week for them. So it's a good deal.
I ain't buying it.
Yeah, I'm actually with Mike G. I normally would never be with Mike G, but I ain't buying it either. They ain't doing that. They're just trying to get her on spring break.
Oh, God.
I promise I'll stop doing that.
All the friends are outside, and they're all happy to see that Olivia's coming. They pack up the van, and they're ready to hit Mexico.
And Lucas and Olivia kind of seem to have a little, like, look.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a
look,
vibe.
It's something.
Yo, give me a vibe check.
There's a spark.
You failed,
Mm.
Shane.
So there's like a little spark and a connection, and then that's immediately interrupted when Marky just starts making out with him.
The vibe was not checked.
So they get in the van, they head off, the opening credits roll, and there's a spring break bitches that's going out.
A montage of SB.
It's like a bunch of Snapchat stories almost, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's like Snapchat, just pics, and it's just like a bunch of their different events and experiences they had on their trip.
it's a lot of Tyson and Penelope making out. There's a lot of that.
On beaches, a lot of beach making out.
Yeah. So
It gets very sandy. Too
Yeah.
sandy.
it's coarse and rough and gets everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Hayden Christensen, episode 2. He says that.
We needed it.
But yeah, they get to this like last club in Mexico, watching Penelope and Tyson make out.
Like they always do.
Yeah. And Brad, he's like, well, if you can't beat him, go
And they-
make out with the guy standing over there.
Literally just starts hooking up with some random
I don't
guy.
even know if the guy was looking at him.
Probably not. Like, imagine if you're like, oh, if you can't beat him, then start hooking up with a girl at a club.
Yeah, like,
You're canceled at that point.
Yeah.
exactly. You don't just do that.
And this leaves Olivia and Lucas sitting alone. And Lucas is like, it's our last night in Mexico, and we're the only ones that are not dancing.
Yeah, because his girlfriend is grinding up on some guy,
Random dude.
but it's happening right behind him, and he has no idea.
Oblivious.
So Olivia, she sees it. She has to stop it. And she's like, I'm sorry, Olivia. I'm stupid and I'm drunk. Olivia kind of ushers her back over to Lucas, who's still sitting down, oblivious to what just happened. And she's like, kind of awkward third wheeling it, so she kind of leaves.
Yeah, she goes to the bar, and that's when she runs into Mike G's favorite character.
Big homie Ron, the boy.
Ronnie is very open, and he's like, so how about a 3-way? And how about a 2-way?
Well, it's the best part, because he says, how about a little menage a trois? She's like, no. He's like, how about a little menage a dos? For some reason, there's a guy at the bar who takes issue with this.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Fucking stay out of it, dude.
the guy's being creepy. The guy's just kind of sticking up for the girl. Obviously, the guy has some ulterior motives.
Like you.
As we'll see.
I-
He's got him.
I do not.
Confirmed.
You can't confirm this. We didn't bring you on this podcast to confirm Brian's conspiracy
I needed
theories.
a 2 for 3 confirmation. And you hear the he confirmed
I
it.
confirmed. Move on. Confirmed.
All right, we'll just move on.
Yeah.
So Ronnie gets in this guy's face, and they get a little heated. And the guy tells Ronnie, he's lucky she hasn't punched him in the face, because he thinks that Ronnie's like some bar creep.
Which Ronnie is a bar creep. Because Olivia gets rid of him, because Olivia's like, I see Delta Phi doing shots over there. And then Ronnie's like, I'm leaving because I can't turn down shots. Not because of what you said to me.
It's true. The guy just loves to party.
Yeah, he's a partier.
He's Ron.
And so at this point, Carter introduces himself to Olivia as Carter.
Yes. Buys her a margarita. And as you could tell, like, the night, they're talking for a while. Some people
They
clear
seem
out
to
of the
talk
bar.
all night.
Yeah, it's for a while. And the bar eventually clears out. They're looking to party more, but bar's closing.
It's their last night in Mexico, guys. On their final spring break.
Carter's like, I know a place that we can head over to. A sexy place.
It's not sexy at all, though.
Yeah, because it's an abandoned church.
What would you guys do if a random dude asked you to follow him to an abandoned church? You going? I ain't going. I'm sprinting right into the ocean.
This is a good question because while watching this, I'm like, would I actually do this? And the answer is probably like yes, because I like adventure.
You're curious, dude.
I like to explore. It's a new frontier.
So this is the thing. It's not like she went by herself. She went with a group of, 5 of her friends?
I could
It
be
was a
with
crew.
10 of my closest dude friends. I'm not going.
I'm kind of with Brian on this. We love adventure. We love to explore.
I do like to explore. And this castle, it's like a church, but it looks like a castle. It's on a cliff's edge overlooking water. It looks like it hasn't been gone into or active in years.
Yes. One thing we should note is, at first, Olivia's friends are very much against the idea.
Yeah.
They want to go home.
Marky wants to go to like a hotel or something.
Yeah, but Olivia's like, it's the last night.
They coaxed her into going. She deserves a little say, no?
Exactly. So, they all go.
And this place is dark. So dark. And it's got statues. You notice all the statues?
Oh, I noticed all of them, but why are you saying it like
You're
that?
talking Goyles?
Goyles. I'm talking statues. Olivia walks off by herself. She sees like portraits of priests and nuns. One of those photos, I don't know if you noticed, she didn't notice. It's got a little blood behind it. Blood, you know something's up.
She also notices a broken jar on the floor.
The jar's got like a skull on it.
Yeah, it's a skull jar with like something inside, but she can't make out exactly what it is. So she starts like taking a picture of it, and then Ronnie appears. My question is, why would Ronnie follow them?
I'll tell you why.
I
You
can't wait to hear
can't
this.
keep Ron from a party. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, but like, why would Ronnie think a party was happening at this place?
All of them are going. They're bringing beer.
I guess.
There's booze. Shane, you know all about that, right?
I don't.
Wedding.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Grassy knoll.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
So they go back to the rest of the group. They crack open a few cold ones. But, you know, everyone kind of wants to leave. I don't know if it was Ronnie that threw a wrench into the plans.
You know, in all seriousness, it's as soon as they see Ronnie, they're like, yo, we should go.
Yeah, no, seriously, they're like, we should go.
Yeah, like, that's like when me and you are like just hanging out, and then Mike G just shows up, and I'm like, ah, shit, maybe we'll just go our separate ways for the night.
Call it a night.
Is that what happens before I get there? I see.
And Olivia and Carter are like, guys, we just got here. Carter's like, oh, why don't we play a game? We'll spice things up in the old
Spice
church.
it up.
A little truth or dare.
My God.
And Brad's like, what are we at, a 7th grade sleepover?
He says if you play the game right, you make your friends do things they don't want and expose their deepest, darkest secrets. Isn't that what you want to do on spring break? Expose your best friends?
So they agree to play. Olivia takes a nice group picture, which was probably of extreme importance.
Probably got fucking 7 likes on Instagram, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Ronnie needs to be tagged in
Yeah,
this
I was gonna
photo.
say, Ronnie even specifically says, tag me in it.
Yeah.
So they sit in a circle. Nothing good ever happens in a circle.
Nope.
No. And the first question that is asked, it's asked to Olivia. And I think it's Brad who's asking the question. And he's like, aliens. They come to take over the world. Are you sacrificing everyone in this room or the whole country of Mexico? And this is actually important to the loose plot of this film.
100%.
Because
Very important.
Olivia says, of course I would sacrifice us. I'm not going to kill millions of people.
Yeah.
She's showing she's like an altruistic, I guess would be the word.
No,
like,
yeah.
person that she cares about the greater good more than herself and her close friends.
Again, have to ask you guys. Same situation. You killing Mexico? Or are you saving the homies?
It's so tough to be put in like a moral dilemma like this.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to say, you know, I take my lives and the lives of my 7 friends. But because if you think about it, like, what about my family members that are home? What about other friends that are home? I'll be honest with you. If I had all my friends that I care about and my family there, I'm going to take the people that are with me.
Shane?
I don't know. I want to say I would save Mexico,
I'll tell
but
you
I
what.
probably wouldn't.
I'll tell you what. If money was involved, there's no question what Shane's doing.
There's no question.
No question, kid loves money.
There's nothing Shane loves more than money. Not even wedding sex.
Oh, big boy.
Anyway, moving on, the next thing that happens is Ronnie is dared to give Tyson a 30-second lap dance.
I almost gave a passion bump to this scene.
Wait, you almost passion bumped this Ronnie lap dance?
100%. Don't
This
you want
is
that
why-
shit?
This is why I'm glad me and Brian took over the passion bump.
I didn't give you permission to take over shit.
It was like a half-assed lap dance, but he had to do it, and he did it begrudgingly.
Yeah.
It's hot, though.
And then the next one is Lucas runs out butt-ass naked in front of everyone.
Yeah.
He dared, and
That
that's what he
rock
got.
hard body.
You definitely see his butt.
You know he's packing, too.
Marky's like, I promise it must be cold in here.
Please. Guy's got an Ed Helms. We all know this.
Oh my god. So Tyson then asks Marky, truth or dare? And this is the steamiest one yet, because she says truth.
It's not even a truth or dare. Tyson just says a truth. Like, he kind of breaks the rules, because he just says, hey, Marky, do you know Olivia is in love with your boyfriend? Despite him being the one to ask the question. I don't think he knows what a question is.
They all collectively kind of tell him to stop being a dick. Because Tyson also says he's got no morals, and he kind of proves that.
Brad is asked if he had to make out with one person, taking, any sexual orientation out of it, who would it be? Clark!
He's the Clark. Who the fuck is Clark? Carter.
Carter! That's right. I don't know why I said Clark. I meant Carter.
I think I threw the whole equilibrium off.
You
of this
really
podcast.
have.
If you don't notice, it's really funny because when this scene happens, he's like looking around at everybody.
Yeah.
And Ronnie's like pointing at himself.
Oh, man.
So then Olivia asks Tyson truth or dare. He picks dare.
It's another one where she just says, I dare you to stop selling prescriptions to freshmen or something like that.
Yeah, forged prescriptions, because this is how this guy makes money. He's like, that's fine.
He makes more money off the upperclassmen.
Alright, so please
explain to me
how this guy who is not in med school yet can actually write prescriptions to drugs that people can get.
You're right. I actually have no idea. He must have an in with a doctor. It'd be the only way. He'd have to, because he can sign it. The pharmacist would have to check
like
with
a
doctor.
pharmacist. That's what I'm saying.
100%. Yeah.
So, like, he either knows a pharmacist who is okay with supplying kids with drugs, or the biggest flaw in the entire movie.
You do find out that he has a whole family full of doctors.
Yeah, but that means his parents are, like, corrupt.
They raised a pretty fucked up kid.
That's true. Olivia has to make out with the other girl, and it's not a make out. They literally just peck on the lips real quick.
A little pecker. I hated this scene so much. So disappointing. He asked them to make out. They peck. I've pecked Shane on the lips for longer than that, guys.
And you're disappointed because you wanted to give a passion bump.
Yeah, right here. I was feeling it. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Can't win them all.
I mean, you're here because we want your passion, and we didn't get it yet.
It's really what I'm all about.
I feel like this is just pick on Olivia Day.
Yeah.
Because this is the next stinger. Like, she didn't get one from Tyson. She's going to get one here. Because Penelope asks Carter truth or dare. He says truth. Penelope asks him what his true intentions are with Olivia. And this is hard to hear because he speaks the absolute truth and sets off in motion the entire film. He says he needed to find someone with friends who he could trick into coming here. And they all kind of stare at him in utter confusion of what he's saying. He continues to tell, he's like, Olivia's a pushover. It made her an easy target.
Easy target.
He brought them all here to play this game because he's okay with strangers dying as long as he gets to live.
Yep.
So we all know what he picks in the moral dilemma because he's doing it. He then says to Olivia, I'm sorry, but you should have told me to piss off at the bar. The game is real. It will follow them no matter what they do. Mm-hmm. Tell the truth or do the dare and you'll live, but if you refuse to play,
you die.
Yeah, but that's fucking bullshit. Because, and I'm going to say it, because he's technically still playing the game. We'll learn later. But his turn never comes up again.
You don't know that.
But,
you mean saying it would throw off the rhythm of the other characters?
Well, no, because, like, think of how the movie plays out. Where they all take their turn, and it eventually goes back to, like, that girl, Giselle's turn. But you never see him get another turn. It instantly goes back to the other girl.
It could be after Giselle. You don't know.
No, but
he could just dare.
There's an instant, like, truth or dare, like, after Giselle's thing happens.
It could be anywhere. It could be before Giselle. Because all he has to do is just say dare. It would not throw off anything. Think about it.
I feel like it's a flaw.
As long as, you'll find out later, as long as he doesn't say truth, if he just says dare, you'll never know if he goes or not.
I guess. But the way he plays it is that he's just been hiding in his house, that, like, he hasn't been affected by it when you meet him later. And now, where the movie gets really bad, and some of the downfalls of this movie, which is the entire movie's a downfall. Mm-hmm. Olivia then turns around, and her whole group of friends is gone. She then turns back around, and we get the stupid fucking face on all of them.
Sort of questioning her sanity at this point. Is it real? Is she imagining things?
And then Marky, like, makes, like, some comment to her when they're leaving. She's like, oh, thanks for bringing us here or whatever.
Yeah, she's pissed.
The whole time I'm like, why are you being a bitch to her? Like, she didn't want to be here in the first place. And she finally wanted to do something. And the first thing she wants to do, you're just a bitch to her. Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, yeah, the guy was a creep at the end. But, you know, she took a chance.
So the scene transitions and now they're back at college.
Back to school. Spring break is over.
Olivia meets up with Brad on campus. And Brad is shown speaking with his father. His father's a cop. This is evident. He lies to his father. He lied about going to Mexico. He told him he had a Canadian girlfriend and they were hanging out in wine country.
Guys, the palate. He says something about his fake girlfriend's palate. You know where I'm going, right?
Oh, that you have the worst palate in this room?
Excellent palate. Everyone listen.
You hardly taste.
I taste real hard.
No, hardly taste.
Super hard taster.
Jesus. Brad also mentions that his father is a homophobe, so that's why he hasn't come out to his father yet. It's a tough situation for him. It might be, like, one of the only good storylines in the movie.
I gotta ask, like, what does he, like, go home from school, and his dad's like, man, just cracks open a cold beer. He's like, hate gays, hate them. It's like, that sounds just ridiculous.
But no, he could just be unaccepting of his son as a gay man. He'd just be one of those people that feels like his son's not a man because he loves another man. He could just be very judgmental like that.
Olivia gets to class.
Yes.
And on her desk, she sees the words truth or dare written. She looks over, she sees Ronnie laughing in the corner. She's like, oh, he's just playing a prank on me.
Because she sees Truth or Dare written on the desk, and that's actually a reoccurring thing now that's going to happen a couple of times, where it's every time, like, she sees Truth or Dare written, like, Ronnie's, like, there for some reason. Mm-hmm. She's walking, and she's going home, and she gives a homeless man money, and the homeless man hands her a flyer.
Yeah, he hands her, like, a poster.
And written on that poster is, once again, like, Truth or Dare.
It's, like, on the back of a Dia de los Muertos poster.
Which, you know, it's a good callback to Mexico. She also sees Penelope when she first walks in. And Penelope tells Tyson that he has to apologize to her because of what he said in Mexico.
His apology is writing her up a prescription for Adderall.
Which is probably, like, the worst apology you can give.
I mean, hard night of studying, you need to take some Adderall.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I mean, just a sorry probably would have sufficed. What she called you out on, you shouldn't be incorporating that into your apology.
He's like, well, you know, you can have this. You're not a freshman, so.
Oh my god.
She's like, well, you're not a doctor. He's like, it's not what my pen says. And he's got a pen that literally says Dr. Tyson Curran.
Zing.
Yeah, and that proves that you can have a pen made of anything. I could go and get a custom pen that says Dr. Shane Smith. It doesn't mean I'm a doctor.
You technically can, because all it is somebody you're paying to print something.
Exactly. You could get, like, a custom pen. Doesn't prove anything.
I know what I'm getting Shane for his next B-Day.
A pen?
Yeah.
Does it say Dr. Smith?
No.
What does it say on it?
Shane.
I'll allow it. It's probably better than something Brian would have wrote.
Oh, God.
So the scene's gonna cut here, and you see Marky, she's like watching a video of her dad, which she'll kind of do throughout the movie, and he's making some swordfish steaks on the grill.
Yeah, because she's a pescatarian now.
You can tell, like, obviously, you get the implication that he's dead. Or at
She's
least that's
very
the impression.
emotional watching this.
And she looks at a picture of her and Olivia. It's clear that she misses Olivia. They haven't really spoken that much since Mexico.
Yes, so they do speak here.
Patching things up. Patch Adams.
They do, because Marky says, since my dad took his life, you've pretty much been the only family I've had. And Olivia says, I don't have feelings for your boyfriend. That was a lie.
Yeah.
She emphasizes lie, which is not true. We cut to Olivia walking again. She sees Truth or Dare carved into her car,
Keyed in there.
and
Shane.
Ronnie is there.
He's everywhere.
He kind
There's
of is.
probably a party nearby.
Dude, he's always down
Always
to party.
partying.
She
Always
sees,
partying.
She has to call him out on it, though.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. There is nothing there.
Nothing keyed on the car.
He's like, you're acting crazy, but I like crazy. You want to go for a drink?
Yeah, he's so quick.
She's like, leave me alone. He's like, is that a no?
This guy actually, I don't think knows what the definition of no is. Because I think no to him is still yes.
Yeah.
Because he's very persistent. It's actually hilarious. It gets even funnier pretty soon. Now she walks into a library. And, you know, we're just going scene to scene to scene, rapid fire.
Tell you, that's why I love this movie. It never stops, guys.
This scene sucks. This scene is just really, really sucks.
Is it because as soon as she walks in, a girl's face morphs into Willem Dafoe from Spider-Man and says Truth or Dare?
I'm like, this is a pretty looking redhead. Not anymore.
And then a guy walks up to her. And he's also like, Truth or Dare?
And then a bunch of people start in
Pretty
the
soon,
library.
the whole library's in her face.
And I gotta, like, what's the deal with this face? It's like their lips are being stretched behind their head trying to meet.
So here's the thing. They don't explain the face.
Nope, not even once.
You learn it's a demon, but you never even see what the demon looks like. And there's no, like, history to this demon either.
And I think they overkill the face. Not only does the face suck, because it's like a really long, like, smirk and, like, eyebrows kind of, like, twitch up. It looks really stupid, and it's shown so much, it's really overkill.
We've just come off, like, really good practical effects off of movies we've talked about, like The Burning, Friday the 13th, The Final Girls, and now we just got this awful CGI, like, Snapchat filter shit we're looking at. It's so bad. So they're circling her, they're asking her Truth or Dare, and she says truth, and then she shouts in the library, Marky is constantly cheating on Lucas.
And then all of a sudden, everybody's back in their seats. Nobody is being possessed by whatever's coming over them.
And guess who's there? Uh-oh.
Marky and Lucas,
Yup.
just sitting there. Of course, both of them are in that library at the time of this Truth or Dare.
course.
The demon, I guess, knew this was going to happen.
The Demon Kane!
Oh my god, is that Calyx?
Lucas then storms out. He's very upset. Marky follows to try to, catch up with Lucas. And Olivia grabs her hand. And she's like, listen, Marky, I'm seeing things. And she's like, I will break your hand if you touch me again. And she lets her
Comes
go.
into play later.
It does. Which is something I do appreciate, you know, when things are mentioned and come back into
Yeah.
play.
Do you remember when Shane broke my hand for no reason?
Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, that never happened.
Because it was yesterday.
That's true, my hand is broken. Going over to Tony's saloon, where shit's about to get real because Ronnie is putting the moves on the babes.
This is by far the funniest part of this whole movie.
It's the best scene in this whole movie.
Tries to ask her to play some pool. Basically, by playing pool, he means let's bang.
Yeah, because he says it like, he's like, here, I just want to show you my pool cue. I mean penis. I mean, let's have sex. Just like rapid fire. There's no, like, she doesn't even say anything.
Great pickup line.
Is it though? Would you use it?
Of course not. Shane, I'm not trying to go to prison.
That's what I thought.
But for Ronnie, it works.
Okay. Then her face morphs into that.
We gotta call
This
it
is-
something. It happens so often. We gotta call it. We're calling it Defoe face.
We're either going Defoe face or we could go face from Nickelodeon. Either one.
No.
What about my line?
Okay, let's go reject this
That's
Sesame
too long.
Street character.
Stick with the faux face.
Yeah, we're gonna go Defoe face. Except Defoe is a beautiful
Yeah, that's why I don't want to make fun of
Yeah.
Defoe. I love
Yeah,
Defoe.
yeah,
We'll shorten it. The RSC, Rejected Sesame Street Character.
Got it.
I'm just gonna call it the face.
Alright, we'll go with the face. But yeah, her face, because hers is like kind of like leaning over and like over him. It's very weird.
Don't forget, Ronnie is into this. He says it's creepy and sexy.
Let's do it. Dare.
And then she's like, I dare you to get up and show everyone in the bar your pool cue. So he gets up, drops the best line in the movie. I'm going to show you my
I
business.
love it because he's like, okay, I knew it. Get up and show him his dick. Like,
This
what?
isn't his first go around. He's whipped that thing out before.
It's true though, because when he gets up and says he's going to do that, some girl in the back's like, seeing it, it's small.
I'm gonna call this part out. No way. My man Ronnie, he's got a thigh slapper.
I actually was going to say, no way has anyone actually willingly seen it.
Beth's seen
He's
it.
so insufferable.
Nah, Ronnie gets girls.
Now Beth has
Apparently
seen it though.
Beth, this character in the crowd, seen it.
Yeah,
She's like,
no.
it's tiny!
Fuck Beth. Ron's the man. He's got a thigh slapper.
Too bad it's not going to make a difference because with everyone calling out it being small, he gets a little stage fright. He zips his pants back up.
Doesn't do the dare. You know what that means.
I know exactly what that means. That means he's gonna slip on a pool ball, fall off the table, and snap his neck on another nearby table.
No, I want to go into it in detail because first he makes the face, then walks over. It looks like he's going to like head first into the pool cue, but someone pushes him back and he says, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I want to establish that if you don't do what is asked, you get the face yourself, and you're going to die
Yeah,
afterwards.
essentially the demon takes over your body and now controls you. So after the guy pushes him back, he just walks onto like, I think it's the 8-ball.
100% was the April.
It's an unlucky ball, right? Don't they say that? Or
Yeah.
something?
And he slips on it and falls and cracks his neck on the other table.
Pretty cool scene.
Speaking of unlucky, I think this film was released on Friday the 13th.
Good market ploy there.
Yeah. Too bad this movie sucks. So then we cut to like Olivia explaining to the group what happened, how things have been weird since she's gotten back from Mexico. She's telling them like what she saw, right, at the library and why she did what she did.
They don't believe her. They think it's just this burden. She was carrying around this big secret this whole time. That's why she blurted it out.
Which honestly does make sense for them to think that.
Sure it does.
Why would you
Yeah.
think it's a demon that's possessing a game of truth or dare?
I'd believe it right away.
Well, we've seen so many horror movies, we know, like, you know, just believe it. It's always better to believe.
But she wouldn't even have to explain it to me. I'd be like, yeah, this is a demon.
As as this is going on, they all get sent a video, and Tyson's like, oh god, Beth.
Basic Beth.
Yes. So Tyson plays the video. It's the video of Ronnie breaking his neck, and Tyson's reaction is, that was a bad break.
Yeah. It's a pool joke.
Literally, like, I get it that none of them actually liked Ronnie, but they watched the guy die, just stonewall.
Yeah.
But Olivia makes the connection that she's like, oh wait, it's the game.
Follow them home.
And what Carter told her is that the game is real. They have to follow through with any choice they make, whether truth or dare. Ronnie did it, and that's why he died. See, they don't know that, but Carter told her that directly.
Yup.
Like you said, though, no one is still believing her, though. They're just like, no, it's not that. That's not true. Lucas walks in at this point.
Yeah, he heard everything.
Yeah. He doesn't believe it either.
She apologized. She's like, I'm sorry. He's like, it's hard to believe someone has been lying to me for so long.
Yeah, and then he walks right back out. And what I love about this scene is as he's walking out, Tyson is watching the Ronnie video again in the background.
Sure is.
And so, as Lucas is walking outside, he hears his name being called. It's like, Lucas, spring break.
Oh my god. Then he sees, like, Truth or Dare written in graffiti on a wall next to, like, the creepy skull image that she had on that
Jar.
jar.
And, like, he's, like, kind of ignoring it until it starts being seared into his arm. And you know about a good arm sear, don't you, Mike?
I have 14 tattoos.
Exactly. And a couple of brandings, right?
Those two.
And Lucas immediately calls Olivia. He's like, I believe you. Truth or Dare was literally carved into my arm. It was really painful. I'm like, like the acting in this fucking movie. It was really painful.
It's not good.
Yeah, this scene is, like, really the one where I'm like, man, Lucas is the worst actor in this movie. It's so unbelievable, everything he's saying.
It's kind of like that cliche in Hollywood where, like, you have to be good looking to, like, make it, which is really not true at all. But, like,
He's there because
yeah.
because he's not good at acting. But in this phone call, he does tell Olivia, I've had feelings for you since we've met, and I've wondered what it'd be like to be with you instead of Marky.
What it would be like to wake up with her, to kiss her.
Very passionate.
To go to Carvel for a milkshake. To mow the lawn. To mow my lawn because I don't want to mow it.
I'll mow your lawn, bro.
Thanks.
Wait, is this a passion bump between you two?
Shane, what the fuck? What are you doing right now?
Well, I don't know. I actually meant like because I actually have to mow the lawn.
No, I know.
I actually hate doing it.
When no one likes mowing the lawn.
No, it's annoying.
Olivia and Lucas, now since Olivia has someone that believes him, she's like, we gotta get everyone to meet and we have to explain this is real. Like, this is what I said. This movie kind of gets repetitive and shoots from scene to scene quick. Because, like, we just had a scene where they were all together. Then we went to one walking scene. And now it's another scene where they all have to meet. Basically, just explaining the same shit again, but with a second person believing it.
Yeah, and now Marky's here. So Olivia tells...
That's the only difference.
Olivia tells her, she's like, listen, we're still playing the game. It's in the same order as in the picture that we took in Mexico. Olivia's turn was first, then Ronnie. Lucas is next. Marky and Tyson, they're not buying it.
No, but... as this is going on, Marky gets a text message that says, break Olivia's hand. And Marky's like, oh, great, Olivia. She's like, how am I texting you? There's some blick standing in front of you.
You see me texting
Yeah,
you? I
like,
don't think so.
You stupid bitch.
Oh,
like, I'm sorry.
language, buddy.
Yeah, that was a little harsh, but that's what she was thinking.
Okay, Olivia gets a hammer.
And she's like, Marky, break my hand right now. And Marky's like, I'm not breaking your hand.
I just hope that hammer's a Black & Decker.
Oh, yeah, because then you know you're getting a clean break. You're only going to need one swing. Those are
knows
good
all
hammers.
about his tools.
I studied hammer law for like years.
He loves that stuff.
So, this line, though, is really harsh.
Hey, she has to say it, though,
No,
because
she does,
Marky's
yeah.
hesitant to break her hand with the hammer.
Without a doubt. Olivia's like, don't be a coward like your dad and do it.
Holy shit.
Touchy subject.
Yeah, because she fucking crushes her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
This is so funny. Like, she runs away. Brad goes to get ice. Tyson's like, I can't deal. Go see a doctor.
You think he would have wrote her prescription there for some Vicodin.
Yeah, I know.
We cut to a hospital. Lucas and Brad are sitting there. They're waiting for Olivia. But Brad goes to a vending machine.
Snack time.
It's snack time. He wants a snack. You gonna blame the guy for that?
Hey, he needs a payday.
I ain't blaming anybody. I'm all about that life.
So, like, in the background, there's like the old patient starting to get up.
I think it was a dead body, right? Because it wasn't the order. Was it
Was that a morgue?
She gets covered
covered
right?
over the head? Yeah, I think the person had just died.
That was a girl?
Well,
It's an old woman, right?
Or it was an old man. Wherever it was, the person had just died. Because the orderly does put the sheet over the person's head.
So he distorts the guy, and the guy kind of creeps behind him. He turns around, there's nobody there, and then he hears the voice, Truth or Dare, right at him, grabs a hold of Brad's head.
You gotta throw a jump scare in a shitty movie. Then his dad walks up to him, and that stupid face goes on his dad. He just says, I want the truth. Like, he says truth. He'll tell the truth.
What's his game, Shano?
Brad comes back to his friends, and he's like, the game, like, I believe you. I just said truth. I just came out to my father.
Yeah, there it is.
He's like, I feel great. I guess the game now is cathartic for him. It's not been for Olivia, whose hand is now broken, but Brad's feeling pretty good now.
Go to the worst joke that was in this film. Lucas says, how did your dad not know you were gay? You listen to Beyonce. Everyone listens to Beyonce. Ha! LOL, my guy.
Yeah, I don't listen to Beyonce. I hope people understand that. I'm just, not that I hate her, not that I like her, I just don't listen to her.
No, I don't listen to Beyonce either. Nothing against her. It's not my type of music.
It's just, if you like Beyonce, you like the same sex. That's what this movie teaches you.
Apparently.
Horrible joke.
Yeah, it's not good. It would be a bad joke. It came from the worst character in the movie.
Yep.
Tyson is at a meeting, or he's about to be in a meeting, and they're like, oh my god, wait, Tyson's next.
But yeah, now like Brian was saying, we cut to Tyson. And Tyson is being interviewed by the dean to get accepted into med school.
Big med school interview here.
Which, it just brings me to my point. He wasn't even pre-med yet.
Nope.
And he has the doctor pad. But like Brian alluded to earlier, he does say his mom, his dad, his sister, his uncle, his niece, his nephew, his cousin twice removed, they're all doctors.
Yeah, and this interview is going pretty well. But the dean, she has one last question for him.
Yes. And while this is happening, the other kids are running to this interview. They get to the door as he's walking out, and then, like you said, she pulls him back in real quick.
I think he left something. He left
Yeah.
his bag in her office.
Yeah, and that's when she changes faces and says, truth or dare. And the face. We're going to hit on it every time. It's going to get repetitive, but this movie's repetitive, so
we should have
bear with us.
a face counter. How many times do you see the face in this movie?
You know, that would have been a good idea.
A great idea.
Why didn't you say it at the beginning of the episode, you stupid bitch?
Oh, Shane, watch your mouth, dude.
It just happens again. He's like, oh, let me guess, they put you up to this? Like, they're gonna get the dean of the pre-med school to ask truth or dare.
And very busy woman.
And physically distort
Her
her
face.
face to make her look like a demon.
Yeah, like, obviously he says truth. She's just like, how long have you been forging prescriptions for? And being the arrogant guy he is, he's like, no, I don't do that. So he lied.
Yeah, he's like, why would you even ask me that? And he tries to leave. And then he gets the distorted face because he lied.
And he takes the pen,
His signature pen.
yeah, shoves it in his eye, and then slams the pen eye into a wall. And then just blood trickles through the bottom of the door and
Yeah.
the kids see it.
The friends, yeah, they see the blood under the door.
The best death scene in the movie?
Probably. The kills are fucking bad. So.
I like the pool table.
Ah,
one.
yeah.
That was pretty solid.
The $1 Million Baby.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Back at the house, Penelope's like, well, my turn is next.
They're all believers now.
Well, I mean, you better start believing.
They've seen
considering-
it.
Yeah.
Now they believe it.
And Lucas has a good idea here. He's like, why don't we just all pick truth?
No matter what, we all pick truth.
It is a genius idea.
Answer with 100%
Probably the
honesty.
smartest thing said in the film.
Like, some things are going to sting. Like Carter said, we're going to be unveiling our friend's deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah, but at least then you won't have to break your friend's hand. You can't be like, truth, break your friend's hand. But then they get the great idea to search for Carter on the internet. So they put in Carter USC, and in my head I'm like, there's probably like 27,000 Carters?
Yeah.
And then they do Carter Truth or Dare on Google.
That's going to yield some results.
I'm like, what do they think's gonna come up?
Carter played truth or dare in Mexico.
Yeah, the Sun Times or someone was writing an article. Like, they found footage of the opening girl setting the girl on fire in
First scene
Mexico.
of the movie.
So they find that, and then they're able to find that girl on Facebook.
Yeah, because the article says her name is Giselle Hammond. It's interesting because the clerk says, not truth or dare. The clerk's like, cash or credit. And she's like, dare.
It's an honest mistake, can happen to anyone, right?
And then she lights the lady on fire. So you're like, oh, this is fucked up. But it's cool.
Honest mistake can happen to
So, like,
anyone.
basically what happens is, like, the people that are getting possessed are only seen by whose turn it is. Everybody else who's not on their turn, it's like reality is normal. The person's not, being possessed.
Yeah, they don't see it.
Once they find Giselle on Facebook, they're like looking to see if like Carter's in any of her pictures. And I think they find him in one picture, but he's not tagged in it.
Sure.
He's on vacation with them.
Yes. And so they get this great idea. And by great idea, I mean so flawed. Thank God the movie actually does something with this, because they're like, oh, let's message her on Facebook, but make a fake profile so no one knows who you are. And in my head, I'm like, the police are just going to track the IP.
Yeah, 100%.
Which I'm glad the movie does call out. The police are like, we just track the IP.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, thank God. I'm like, the kids are stupid. The movie's not that stupid, at least.
First of all, Marky, I get the urgency to threaten Giselle over Facebook to, like, lure her out and be able to talk to her, but I can't believe that they didn't see that coming.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And, like, Olivia wants to be, like, all nice about it and just be like, hey, can you help us? And Marky's like, hey, you stupid bitch. We're gonna dare ourselves to set you on fire if you don't help us.
She's like, we're gonna stay outside of your family's house.
Yeah.
And when we're dared, we're gonna do the same thing to them. Ha!
And I'm like, damn, Marky, calm down.
Well, she has a leather jacket on now. She can do whatever she wants.
And she doesn't stop wearing this leather jacket.
It's kind of hot.
She looks good. I threw a dib on her.
Nope.
No, that's not how this works.
At this time, because this is simultaneously happening with Penelope, who...
Yeah, oh, like, she's hitting the bottle hard. So hard that they, like, have to, like, tuck her into bed.
Yeah. Wakes up and just starts really slamming down some more alcohol. So Penelope goes to the mirror She sees herself in the mirror.
Her own reflection got the face now.
Yeah, it's like distorted face as well through the mirror this time.
Is this the worst one of
Yeah, because
her?
it's herself.
It looks so bad. Like, the face. I can't get over it.
Fucking
It really bothers me. I don't know why a movie meant for teens bothers me, a 29-year-old, so much, but it does.
You're old, bro.
She does the truth or dare, and this is where we start to learn a little more of the rules that I didn't know were rules.
Yep.
Because she says truth, which is Lucas's idea. And then the face is like, that's not how the game works. So she has to take dare. And I forgot, they don't explain why you have to take dare yet, right? It's
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. So then, outside, Penelope is walking the edge of the roof while chugging the bottle of vodka.
This is a tough one, man.
It's a very hard dare.
I thought this was a good scene.
Yeah, it technically is because it's a very difficult situation. She has to keep drinking. She's already fucking
She's already
slammed.
plastered. Shane at Rutgers.
Wow,
Plastered.
that's not accurate at all.
Right, Shane
Except
and
once.
Rutgers. He doing this there? Or he falling right off?
Shane?
Yeah, he's...
Shane's falling off.
If we can be realistic for a minute, I don't need to drink to fall off the roof while doing this dare.
Very true.
I don't think I have the
Very
balance
true.
to walk to the edge of the roof
You don't.
sober.
You don't. You're a klutz.
But, to be fair also to this movie, the kids have a good idea of falling here with the mattress.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually a smart, it's smart.
Actually smart.
And I'm like, I didn't think the IQ of them combined was 50, so to see them get the mattress,
What happens is here, she's about to do her dare, but we're still in the house, and there's another emotionally charged moment between Olivia and Marky, which kind of always happens. Like, these best friends are always getting into fights. Olivia's like, oh, this is all my fault. And Marky's like, I agree. You should have never let us follow that creepy Carter. And then she's like, well, if it wasn't for you,
This one hits, guys.
I should have been going to Mexico in the first place. I shouldn't have been on the trip. She's like, how about this, Marky? I think that you needed me there, not as a friend, but to watch over you in case you fucked up and hooked up with some Mexican randos.
Boom. Got her.
and Olivia's absolutely right. That is probably the only reason Marky really wanted her there.
She's a cover.
Yeah, because she doesn't even have to be away from her boyfriend to do it. She was literally grinding on the guy with the boyfriend 5 feet away.
So Marky leaves. She does a storm off. And the second she leaves, she actually just like goes out and comes back in. She's like, guys, come outside. You need to see this.
That's when they see Penelope going along the roof. They get the mattress. Lucas starts climbing up the side of the house to guide her along.
Well, we have one of the greatest scenes in the movie, like, of all time. Because Olivia's like, I need to climb and get up there. And she has a broken hand. And once she's like, I need to go and up there, Lucas kind of busts in. He's like, your hand is broken, I'll go. This fucking just climbs up.
He tries to act all hard, but he's not the best actor, so it just...
It comes
doesn't-
off soft.
It just doesn't come off
I just want to say one thing, too. Neighbors, completely non-existent in this world.
Yeah.
Well, this is a movie also where, like, no one has, like, informed a parent of what's going on. Well, the ones died, obviously.
Yeah.
And then you got the other storyline going, but, like, Lucy Hale never is like, hey, Mom, like, all my friends are dying, or, like...
At this point, Lucas is kind of like shadowing her movements
Yeah.
up there because she doesn't want her to slip and fall. She is kind of like slipping sometimes. But he like gets close to her. Like, if you're in a situation, like, I would not even want someone close to me. I feel like they're going to fuck me up.
Yeah, well, because he's like, focus on me. And I feel like she should be focusing on her footwork.
Doesn't he comment that he's up there for when she does complete?
That he'll, like, grab her.
And he grabs her.
As well.
Yeah, but, like, if she starts to fall and he grabs her, then she fails.
Yeah, and she's dead.
It's kind of a flawed plan there. The mattress is a good idea. The problem is...
What's below Shane?
Yeah. There's a spike gate,
Sharp-ass fence, guys.
and they throw the mattress on top, and it's the thinnest mattress of all time.
Doesn't do anything.
Because the spikes go right through it.
Get yourself a temper.
If they had a Tempur-Pedic, actually, the problem would have been solved right there.
You could fucking fall asleep on that fence with a temper.
I know Brian could.
Wow.
He's asleep right now.
You guys are so great. You're so funny.
My
Everything-
friends are so talented. I love being here.
So Olivia gets in the car. She needs to ram the gate. She needs to knock it down so they can move with the mattress. Well, she hits it. She doesn't knock it down halfway. She needs to ram it one more time. So she pulls back in reverse to knock down the gate with her car.
She even says it. She's like, back up, back up, back up. I'm flooring it. Rams it. The gate breaks. Now, I have a question. I actually don't remember. They took the mattress off the gate, right?
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because then Penelope finishes, and the second she finishes, she splats. But they get the mattress onto the car to break her fall.
Just in the nick of time.
Even though I don't think her falling onto the car from that height would have killed her. It's a truck, so it's kind of tall already. She definitely would have hurt
She
herself.
would have been in the hospital, man.
Yeah, but I don't think it would have killed her.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Depending how she lands.
Yeah.
She was passed out at this point because she does fall off. And honestly, I'll be honest with you. Please let me know.
Alcohol poisoning
Yeah, dude, all she did was drink. She drank a whole bottle.
Yeah.
in about an hour.
If she wasn't gonna die from freaking the demon, she was gonna die from the alcohol.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that doesn't happen, and she doesn't even have poisoning. She's fine.
So they get a Facebook message from Giselle, and Giselle tells them where to go meet her.
Yeah, just meet me in the most secluded alley on the entire planet.
And they do go meet in this secluded alley that no one has ever been to before besides these characters. And she explains that, like, Carter was her friend. They were all playing a game. Then their one friend, Sam, started to wreck the place. She thought it wasn't the truth or dare that got them in trouble, that it was, like, karma for, like, Sam wrecking the place is what was following them.
Karmic payback, she
Yeah.
refers to it as.
And does she say anything else that's of importance?
Sure does.
Well, she just mentioned that Sam, she fucking trashed the place. He trashed the whole place in Mexico where they were.
And at this point in time, we're like, who the hell's this Sam character?
And then Lucas brings up, it wouldn't pick dare. And then she tells them
This is
that
Yeah.
when they played, if somebody picked truth twice, they were forced to pick a dare next.
2 truths and a dare is what she calls it.
Those were their rules because it made it a little bit more fun.
Yeah,
Little spice to the game.
Spice it up.
their rules are what's ruining these people now. And I kind of don't like that they're changing the rules to a game. I know Brian's a big stickler for the rules when it comes to games.
I don't like when people house rule, they change the rules. You're given rules, you gotta follow them. You change the rules, you get absolute mayhem.
That's why we call him, what? Brian Iron Fist LaGrasta.
Oh,
It's
I
true.
thought you were going to say Brian the Tyrant LaGrasta.
All valid nicknames.
Neither or.
He's the Joseph Stalin of board games.
Whoa. Whoa.
Relax, you're being a child.
Yeah, so Giselle tells Carter they didn't have a choice. He had to find a new group to play with. He did so at the mission. She hasn't talked to Carter since Mexico. He found, a new group to play.
At this point, you learn that they're still playing the game because that's when Giselle goes to shoot Olivia because that's her dare.
What's her dare?
But Penelope, out of fucking nowhere, is like a CIA agent and dives in front of the bullet.
Yeah, I know.
Now, and my question is, this is the same night, or is it the next day they're meeting her?
I have no clue, Shane.
Because isn't she trashed?
Yeah.
Probably why she jumped in front of the bullet.
Now, second question. Please explain to me how she bleeds blood and not vodka in this scene.
Yeah, she drank enough of it, dude. It's actually kind of crazy.
almost want to do a rewrite where, like, she jumps in front of the bullet, but just shatters because she's actually turned into a glass bottle of vodka.
And then Penelope dies, obviously.
Yeah, because she wasn't the glass bottle of
Giselle
vodka.
gets a distorted face, and despite Lucas, holding her arm down, gets this strength.
Demon
Demon
strength.
Demon strength.
And shoots herself in the head.
Yep.
Pops off.
But don't forget, we have to point this out. She's making the stupid face. Yeah, that's what I am actually disappointed.
Did you notice, at this part of the movie, they're, confused why she killed herself?
Yeah.
Don't you understand what
She's like playing the
happening?
game stuff.
Yeah.
So dumb. So then Olivia tells the police what had happened in Mexico, what happened between Giselle and Penelope. And that's when police show Olivia all Giselle's dead friends. Like, she had 5 friends that had died.
Any of these Carter? No.
Nope. Which means, obviously, he's still alive then.
They're kind of waiting out, and Brad's father wants to see Brad, and he's like, guys, listen, I'm going to deal with my father. You find out any information you can on where this all started at the mission. So back at the house, Olivia heads upstairs, and the viewer would see a figure in one of the rooms. She doesn't pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then she heads in that room. She notices, the door is wide open. Cutting back downstairs, Lucas is, doing research online. He finds out a little history. A priest was murdered in the Rosarito mission, and then there was a massacre soon after. And only one survivor lives in that area, Inez Reyes. She was 19 at the time.
Yes, and while they're doing all of this research, the person that we had seen upstairs grabs Olivia, and it's the homeless man from earlier in the movie.
Yep.
He says truth or dare.
With the stupid face.
With the stupid face, Olivia says dare, and her dare is to sleep with Lucas.
Now we're talking.
Okay, so a couple things. Then the homeless man snaps out of it, and he's confused as to where he is.
Doesn't know where he's at.
Well, my whole thing is, normally, it's someone passing by or something. This is the first time the demon has then, taken someone into a location they don't remember going to. So that's completely different from everything that's happened so far. Olivia tries to explain to Lucas and Marky what the dare is. And Marky's like, oh yeah, real noble of you to sleep with Lucas. And in my head, I'm like, Olivia was doing the right thing to take dare. To have them get truth instead of her. She didn't know it was going to say sleep with Lucas.
No, she didn't.
But Marky's not happy,
Yeah,
nonetheless.
well, this is like, again, the altruistic character versus her friend who's kind of a bitch.
But we do learn, though, because Olivia does admit to Lucas, she took Dare not because of that altruistic thing, but because she has a truth she can never tell Marky.
A truth that would make Marky want to die.
Kind of like her dad.
Nice.
Too far. So then, Mike, I'll let you take it away.
Passion. A little dry, though, for my liking.
Yeah, but, I mean, it starts off dry because it's kind of awkward between the two of them. I mean, he does say, I'm not doing it because I have to. I'm doing it because I want to. But what happens is while they're doing it, she turns into Calyx.
Turns.
Mid-bang.
Now, does that bring your passion levels up? Because now technically he's doing the demon.
Yeah, demon passion, way better than normal passion.
It's a little dry for Mike's taste, but the demon is going to make it a little interesting.
Now, what about when the demon starts choking Lucas?
That's where my finger gets going, people.
And I guess that can only mean one thing, Bri.
Passion bump!
Passion bump! Passion bump!
My G.
And yeah, so when she's like still on top of him and choking him, demon face, truth or dare.
Yup.
And I'm hot.
Shane, question. You're sleeping with a woman. She whips this out on you, truth or dare. What do you do?
I'm taking the dare because I'm kind of curious where it's gonna go.
that's my boy.
But Lucas takes truth. And it completely ruins the whole mood of the scene.
Totally.
Because the truth is, who do you love? Truly love. And he says Marky. I'm like, how?
Hey, dude. If you know your girl's cheating on you that much, time to move on, yeah?
Well, yeah, you know the thing is, though, is like there's a lot of history there.
Fuck that.
There's a lot of history. There's no history with Olivia. It's just like a new spark.
I do get what you're saying. They've never done anything before, but they've always had that, like,
He says it.
I thing. Yeah.
He does say that they've had like a couple of like instances and he's got feelings for her. But he could have been dating Marky for a while.
That is a good point. We don't know how long him and Marky have been dating. All we do know is Marky has been cheating on him the entire time.
It's true.
As soon as you find that out, boner poison.
Bri, do me a favor. Make sure we write boner poison into the script of every episode from now on.
Yeah.
I hate you guys.
I keep giving.
No, you know what?
I give.
I'm going to
and
sign you
I
on.
never receive.
I think I'm going to sign you on as our second writer.
Just give me some credits. That's all I want.
We have Jen throwing us facts about the movies, and
Yeah.
you just throwing us boner poison.
So Marky is ignoring Olivia's call. She continues to watch videos of her dead father.
It's very depressing. You feel for her, because I'm assuming her mom hasn't been in the picture in a while.
Yeah, no, it is sad.
So, like-
it seems like maybe her family was divorced or something.
Yeah, exactly. Because the dad seems like he fell in hard times, like when he was drinking, so, you know.
And then she's watching this video.
But this scene,
I thought the scene was good.
up until this point, when the dad starts making the face,
I thought it was cool.
I hated
I'm
it.
a sucker for bad horror movies.
Oh, obviously, because you like this piece of shit.
Love it.
Yeah, because then the dad makes the face in the movie.
Truth or dare, Marky.
And this part does get actually kind of deep
It's
again.
actually super dark what he asks her.
Because he's basically says, why are you keeping the gun that I used to kill myself? And she says, because I think about using it myself.
Also super dark.
Yeah, no, it's very heavy. I actually think this scene would have worked if the face wasn't incorporated into it.
So the scene now is going to shift to Lucas and Olivia and their road trip to Mexico without Marky. They're looking for Inez, who lives in Tijuana, which is about 3 hours away from them. This is why
Tijuana, Mexico.
it seems like they go to Mexico like every other minute in this movie, and it's because apparently it's 3 hours away.
Well, yeah, because if they lived in, like, San Diego, you could just, like, get right there pretty much. It's pretty close. I think there's a highway, right, that connects right, too.
Yeah, and they go through the border.
Probably a straight line.
Lucas is like, listen, you know, that secret that you're holding, the game would be a lot easier and won't be used against you if you just tell Marky what the secret is. And she's like, if she found out, it would kill her. I promise you that. And we can promise you, it's rough.
We won't spoil what it is yet. They get to the woman's house. The older woman doesn't answer the door. It's her granddaughter, which I was confused because wasn't she a nun or in a convent or something? Wouldn't she not have kids to have kids?
But maybe after that.
After that, I guess, yeah, she would have left the nunhood after what happened because it is pretty
The
dark.
convent, yeah.
Yeah. The granddaughter says, okay, let me see if she'll see you because she definitely will not speak to you.
Yeah, she hasn't spoken in over 50 years.
50.
And I think it's Lucas who says, oh, she probably took a vow of silence. Like she's a Buddhist monk.
So they wait outside for 1 hour before they're let in the house to speak to Inez. And this is where you get the story.
The big reveal.
Brian, why don't you reveal the entire story for us right now? Because I've definitely said the demon's name the entire episode anyway. So go.
Yeah.
Inez, not being able to speak, hands them a note that she apparently spent an hour to prepare.
She's a slow writer.
Gives her the note. The priest who ran the convent made them play, all the girls, because it was a convent of girls and stuff, they played hide and seek.
Or as I like to call it with this guy, hide and find the pickle.
He takes the pickle and...
The loser gets the pickle.
Yeah.
Yep.
And these girls were suffering in silence. And one of the girls was like, I'm done. And what I'm going to do to you is something so crazy. I'm going to get you. I'm going to summon a demon named Calyx. And this demon was a trickster.
He loves games.
Loves games.
Real goofster, gaffster.
Possesses the game.
He does.
And then she's like writing more Inez as she's doing this. Demons possess people, places, objects, even an idea.
Now, Brian, I know I'm taking your segment a lot today, but please explain to me how it took her an hour to write that first part, but she's getting all this out in seconds now.
Honestly, brilliant. It's really true. Kind of crazy. But when the priest found his victim that night, she was possessed by Calyx and hid the priest's body in the mission in pieces. It took weeks to find the priest's head. But Calyx kept wanting to play this game, and many of her sisters died. When asked how she escaped, she writes another note to them, because she loves to write notes all of a sudden, and very fast, like Shane mentioned. The person who released the demon must trap it with a ritual only by that person's hand.
The person has to repeat a spell 7 times and place a sacrifice in a pot sealed with wax. And that's when Olivia realizes she took a picture of the pot that had been broken. And that's why she realizes the friend that Giselle was talking about, Sam, who wrecked the place, had broken the pot. And now she realizes they have to find Sam so he can do this ritual. They're like, what was the sacrifice? And then she just opens her mouth and goes, her tongue's gone. It's not a bad scene.
Why a tongue, though? Like, I feel like it should connect more. What the hell is a tongue gonna do?
Well, see, that's the thing. They actually don't explain why that's the piece that has to be sacrificed. Because it just says a sacrifice, so why didn't she just cut a finger off?
The backstory's so stupid. Like, when I heard this the first time, because it's not the first time I've seen this movie, the backstory is just so stupid.
Because you also don't know anything about Calyx. You just know he's a trickster.
So then Olivia points out, she's like, it was you who summoned the demon. It was her. She was the girl that did it. So they go back to the house, and Brad is like, this guy took some AP Spanish. Let me see if I can interpret this spell.
Yeah.
It says, I have called upon an evil, silence my voice, so the evil is no more. Very simple, but that's the case. And then Lucas is like, we just gotta find out who broke the pot. That's all they have to do. And like Shane said, they remember that Giselle said a guy named Sam trashed the entire place, probably broke the pot.
At this point, though, Brad goes outside because he has to talk to his dad, because his dad is outside. Sadly for Brad, he has to do the truth or dare next. And he says dare. And his dare is to steal his dad's gun and make him beg for his life. This doesn't go well for Brad.
No, I mean, it's a tough scene. He hugs his dad. He's like, whatever you do, I'm going to do something bad. Forgive me for doing this.
So he grabs the gun while he's hugging him, and he tells him to get on his knees and beg for his life. And his dad's like, son, you don't have to do this. Everything's okay. We're okay. He's like, please, please, just do this for me. Just beg for your life.
Brad, what's that going to prove? What's me begging going to prove to you?
And Brad is trying to say, I'm not trying to prove anything. I just need you to do this, and I will explain everything after.
But it's too late because a gunshot goes off. And this is not Brad's gun. This is another cop's gun shooting Brad. Because Brad had a cop execution style. And technically the other cop doesn't know that it's his son.
Oh, no. It's 100% a justified kill. All that cop sees is a man holding a cop, like you said, execution style on the floor.
He's on his knees.
He has an open shot. There was no one else there. He did what he thought was right. It sucks because the dad instantly gets up. He's like, get a paramedic, get an ambulance, call an ambulance. That's what Calyx does. It's a no-win situation for anyone there.
And he loves no-win situations.
He really, really does.
So then Marky, I think they're in the police station now. Marky meets them in the police station. She hugs all of them because she finds out what happened, and obviously it's tragic. And then all of a sudden Lucas gets possessed. Calyx, in the form of Lucas, asks Olivia, truth or dare? And then Olivia is kind of having a conversation with Marky as this is happening. And she's like, Lucas told me truth or dare, truth or dare. In Marky's reality, Lucas, is not possessed. She's talking to Lucas.
Yeah, so this is where Calyx becomes a little bit of a cheater. Olivia takes dare because she doesn't want to say the truth. and the dares to say your darkest secret.
Yep.
He's bending the rules, but he's doing it. It's not technically against the rules. He's just flirting with them. It's like a Bill Belichick bend. Kind of like takes a rule and just knows everything about it for like a little loophole.
Would you say Calix was spying on them?
Look at you, look at you. So he does this, and now Olivia has no choice, and she goes into detail about the night Marky's dad died.
She has to. This calls for a sit down.
So Olivia had a fight with her parents, and when she has a fight with her parents, there's only one person she can trust, and that's Marky.
They're best friends.
So she goes to Marky's house, but
Storms out.
Marky wasn't there to take her to the fair, to change her underwear.
Stop.
Austin Powers?
Nope.
There's the song from
Nope.
Daddy.
Nope.
No, okay.
Marky wasn't home, so her dad let her in. But her dad was drinking that night, and he needed a partner to drink with. Fun, it's not fun to drink alone.
No, it's not. That's why you have to drink with the underage child that just came to your house.
Do we know her age at that point? Was she underage?
Actually, you don't. It doesn't say.
Because they're in college. I mean, yeah, it could have been 18. I don't know.
Well, did they establish when Marky's dad had killed himself, not herself?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I really don't think so. But after a few drinks, he told her he was fired that day because he was drinking on the job. Naturally, she felt bad for him. He's in a bad situation. And then he's like, I think you're beautiful, and kisses her.
And she says, no, let's not do this. But he keeps coming on stronger and stronger, trying to kiss her.
So she finally broke free, and obviously at hearing this, Marky's like literally crying, as her dad is everything to her.
And Olivia said to Marky's dad that Marky would be better off if he was dead. Which is very harsh. I guess I get it in the situation, because, that's gotta be a really tough situation for her. But obviously the dad was in a very bad place, because literally that night he kills himself.
Yeah. And obviously Olivia's apologies, they're just not enough.
No, Marky doesn't want to hear any of it, and Marky storms off.
We're done. We're done.
Which, I get it completely for Marky, because, Olivia should have told her this.
I agree with you. 100%.
Yeah.
Olivia is kind of at fault for not telling her all these years. However, I don't think they understand that they're getting fucked around by a demon.
Yeah, there's
Well,
that
actually,
too.
technically, Marky doesn't know it's a demon yet. Unless they didn't fill her in.
No. I guess she would assume, though, it's some kind of supernatural force, considering, all
it
the
is
circumstances.
happening, yeah.
So, after Marky storms off, the police ask Olivia into the room, and this is where I said, thank God the movie was smart enough to do this. The police are like, yeah, we tracked your IP, and we know you sent this message to Giselle. And I'm like, thank God at least that common sense was done correctly.
And then he says, I just don't get it. I get you're playing a game of truth or dare. I don't get why so many people are dying from this game. He shows them 4 people that were in Mexico that are left. Olivia, Lucas, Marky, and Giselle's friend, Sam.
And now Sam is actually Carter. So Carter had given them a fake name. Olivia has realized this. So Olivia does a smart thing. She asks for water so she can swipe his address.
And she does. So at this point,
Marky doing the usual look at pictures of her dad and cry.
Olivia gets to the house, busts in the locked door, sees Marky there, she's pointing a gun at her face.
It's pretty tense. And Olivia is like, don't do this. But essentially, she's just like, stop. And she's like, we can't change the past, but we can end this game. I know where Carter is. Trying to talk her off the ledge or the gun in the face.
Think about it. She's got nothing left. She doesn't have her dad, doesn't have Olivia. The game is controlling them. The only out is the gun. But she's like, wait, we can get out of this game. We can survive.
So they go to Carter's place, because now they have the address. They talk to him, and they coax him into helping them end the game. And by coax him into it, I mean beat him and then point a gun at him.
Yep.
Because
he was held up, right, in his house?
He
Closed
did-
off from the outside world.
Yeah, he had, the windows covered, boarded up,
Yeah.
not going anywhere, hiding from the game. He's in complete hiding.
And their idea is they're going to take him to Mexico and never explain how he actually can dispel the demon.
Yeah, well, I get that, because if they're like, yo, Carter, you just have to repeat this thing 7 times and cut your tongue out, then he's definitely not going.
No, I agree. But they tell him literally nothing. The thing is, there's one of the most cringiest scenes here because Olivia has the gun trained on him. He's like, sweet Olivia's not shooting anyone. She's like, try me.
I dare you.
And then I'm like, I'm fucking done.
I was getting off at this.
If I was Carter, I'd been like, well, yeah, I truth you.
Oh my.
Oh, Shane.
Why do we have him here?
You have me here for these top-notch jokes. I bring the fire jokes to this podcast. Someone's got to do it.
Right, what's better, Shane's jokes or that panini over in the corner of your room?
The panini.
Yeah, 100% panini.
Well, it's also 100-degree panini, because it's getting fucking hot in here.
Well, I don't want a cold panini.
Who the fuck wants that, Shane?
They arrive at the mission and tell Carter, you gotta say this spell 7 times. They hand him the spell. Lucas discreetly takes out a knife and gives it to Carter. The second he recites the spell, the entire place just starts crumbling down. Calyx immediately takes him over, and it's Lucas's turn for Truth or Dare.
And he takes Dare, and his Dare is to kill either Marky or Olivia. And he's not doing it.
He's gonna leave. He's not picking either one. He actually was just leaving. Which is interesting because he was gonna leave and not tell them, and he would have just died alone.
Yeah, which is a noble thing by him.
Maybe, because it would be too hard to have that last conversation with them.
The way I take it, Lucas took it, is either he can sacrifice himself or he does have to kill one of them, because there's no way out if Carter doesn't get the spell done in time.
I love it, because Marky's like, well, why did you pick Dare? You should have picked Truth. And he's like, listen, I can't pick Truth, and as it's said so many times in this movie, I can't pick Truth, because then you guys would be forced to pick Dare.
But in this situation, she has a point. Because if he says Truth, and just waits a few seconds to say his truth.
Yeah, but the way this demon is,
but
he's moving.
Yeah.
It's quick.
But Carter's doing the whole thing right now, so maybe by the time he says Truth, then you gotta think Calyx has to possess someone else and ask Truth or Dare.
Yeah, I'm just saying the possession process is almost instantaneously.
The ending of this movie is just very dumb.
So you're saying we're overanalyzing a piece of trash?
Yeah.
There's another passionate kiss scene between Marky and Lucas. No? Yeah?
Now, you know what would have been more passionate? Rewrite. All 3 of them are like, this is getting kind of tense. They all start making out.
Shane, I love it.
What about Carter?
No, he has to cut his tongue out. But instead of putting it in the jar, he puts it in between the 3 of them kissing.
Oh boy. You sick bastard.
Now, this episode is going off the rails.
I got nothing for that rewrite.
Let's get through this piece of shit. So, like you said, he's gonna start walking off. But, after they, do that kiss, he, is not gonna kill them. So he turns into Calyx. But, a weird thing happens.
Well, real quick, she also calls him an idiot. And I feel like that's just the movie being self-aware. Because he definitely is.
Explain to me, why does he kill Carter?
There's really no reason to kill him. Oh, because Calyx is stopping him from doing the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that hasn't been established that Calyx can do something like that.
I agree with you.
All that's been established is that Calyx can take you over and kill you.
Correct. But from what I'm getting is that he likes to fuck with the rules a little bit.
Yeah. He's a cheater. He's a goddamn cheater.
You know, interesting too, because the rules are, it's Truth or Dare. The group that went to Mexico, the previous group, I guess because the game is still in flux, that they're going off of the 2 truths at a time rule.
What I'm assuming is Calyx has actually never played Truth or Dare, didn't know what the game was till this group started to play, so he just thinks that's the rules.
I guess so.
It's the rules. As Carter is cutting his tongue out, Sam, whatever you want to call him now, Lucas grabs the knife, they fight over it, he stabs Carter, and then cuts his own throat.
Yup.
And then instantly dead Carter goes, Truth or Dare,
Boom, he's
to
alive.
Olivia or Marky? It's Truth or Dare to Marky. Because then Marky takes Dare, because she has to.
Yeah, well, Olivia says that she has an idea. Pick Dare,
That's right.
pick Dare, and don't do it.
Which I'm like, wait, what can her idea possibly be? And then as the idea pans out, I realize how stupid it actually was.
I have a feeling she was thinking about this the whole drive to Mexico, the whole 3-hour trip.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, okay, she's going to have this, plan that makes no sense, but it makes even less sense than I thought it was going to make. Because her plan is that, Marky not to take the dare, but then she has to have these kung fu reflexes that when Marky goes to kill herself, she pushes the gun in such a way that it fires into her own arm.
Takes an arm shot.
So then Calyx is locked in as Marky. But, I'm trying to think, because, you're going to shoot yourself, so the gun's kind of pointing at yourself, but she, angles it to shoot herself. Am I overthinking this, or is it really this bad?
There's just holes everywhere in the movie, Shane.
Yeah, it's kind of like Silent House. It's like holes in your mind.
Oh my god, we're gonna keep bringing this movie up.
I can't wait to talk about it. You guys, take it away, because I would love for you to make this seem better than it actually is. Unless you can't.
She shoots Olivia in the arm, and then Olivia says, Dare complete, Calyx, your turn, Truth or Dare.
She throws it back in his face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What makes her think he's just gonna play?
Well, once you've been asked, You're in.
Yeah, but he's the
That's
dungeon
the
master.
tripe the whole movie, Shane.
But it's the game of truth or dare, and anybody can play truth or dare.
And I get, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Demon.
But he doesn't play. He literally says that's not how this game works.
Yeah, but he does answer truth.
Well, he picks truth.
Yeah.
And then she goes,
How do we get out alive?
and he's like, you can't. Sam was the only person to stop it. The game's not going to end now until all players are dead, because you killed the only person that could save you, basically.
Her turn's next.
unless
Unless
she-
she finds
New friends.
new people to play.
We cut to what the beginning of the movie was with the alien question. Would you kill your group of friends, or would you kill the whole country of Mexico?
And Olivia's been a liar the entire movie.
She
Exactly.
completely goes against what she said in the
Yeah,
beginning.
so they build her up as this altruistic, always do good person.
Yeah.
And the second it comes to actually choosing whether to do the ultimate good or evil, she doesn't choose good. But also, and the biggest flaw of the entire movie, she records a YouTube video that would not be seen by everyone across the world.
And it goes viral super fast.
That's what I'm
Pops
saying.
off.
That's what I'm saying. Like, YouTube doesn't work like that.
No, our podcast is not even that viral.
No, it's not even close.
TikTok does.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, she needs like a subscriber base of like at least like, I don't know, what, 20,000?
And we're forgetting, like, she hasn't posted good content for her Habitat video page in a long time either.
Yeah. The only people that would like watch her stuff is a couple of people from that Habitat for Humanity, and they're not sharing this bullshit. So it's like, how many people is this actually going to reach? She's adding like 7 players to the game.
So, people across the globe watch this.
That's it. Yeah, literally people in like Russia, India, China, Europe.
And then you just see one girl watching it, and then you see her face distort. She is Calyx.
He's back.
I have a question. How does Calyx decide whose turn it is next?
It's a lot of people to control, because now everybody's involved, and the game gets crazy, because now it's like, how does it end now? You gotta keep finding more people to
Basically,
play?
The world's over. She
whole
ended the world.
population dies.
Yeah, right? Technically.
She technically
7
ended the
billion
world.
gone.
Lucy Hale, more dangerous than COVID-19.
100%. Maybe.
Probably. Well, I think this movie definitely is nearsighted in some of these respects. I get where the director was going, but the execution was so poor. And I think it's even more so the fact that the lore of this demon is just so bad. The idea of the game is bad.
The whole thing is bad.
It's a creative idea. The fucking, like, faces is so stupid. They
And
should
the
have done
movie
it.
ends on the face.
Yeah.
It ends on it. Like, I actually want to know if the person who came up with that face is like, yo, I have a gold mine of an idea.
Interestingly enough, I can tell you where the face came from.
I actually would love to hear this.
So the huge, creepy, smiling face is actually an idea inspired by, I guess, the director, because Lucy Hale said that, he had this creep, ominous smile. He do a little doodle of it on the set.
You got anything else?
There's potentially going to be a crossover movie with this and Sinister,
I'm excited.
because they can technically exist in the same universe. I just don't know how that's going to happen.
How, though?
Because this world is going to end.
Yeah. Bagul doesn't, he takes over families that, watch the videos that live in the previous house. And he doesn't get them till they move. It literally has nothing to do with Truth or Dare. That actually made me sick.
Did you guys watch through the ending credits to the end?
Hell no.
No, I
Is there
didn't.
more?
There's something?
A little, not a scene, it's Calyx.
You see him?
Oh, you see him?
No, he talks.
Well, what's he say?
Truth or dare. I'm not joking. It actually happens.
No, I believe you.
I don't have to explain why I dislike this movie. This movie's a 3 out of 10. Take it.
This movie sucks, but I gave it a 4 out of 10 because of Ronnie. It's 4 Ronnie points.
The writing, horrible. The acting, worse. Story, full of holes. Movie's an 8.
Now, me and Brian have ripped this apart, and he gave it a 3 and I gave it a 4, and some may even think that's high.
Let's add those together. +1.
How are you justifying an 8?
Do you want me to give an actual rating or just how much I enjoyed this?
No. This is purely an enjoyment value thing because I give movies ratings on enjoyment. Brian's more like,
Cruel Intentions.
You too?
it's a 10 out of 10. And
Seven.
I don't care what anyone says. This is a hill I will die on. The
I-
Cruel
I-
Intentions
I
hill.
would argue that entertainment value is definitely a reason to give a movie a high rating.
Yeah, no.
I like bad horror.
So do
Sorry.
I, but this one's just really bad.
It's not a good movie.
What I'm saying, I think the concept on its base is solid, in all honesty. The execution is so bad, and the backstory
garbage.
is even worse.
Garbage.
Yeah, if in all seriousness, if it wasn't so funny at times, I wouldn't have even given it a 4.
It's not going to help the movie, because the story still, like I said, the surrounding plot build around it is terrible. I would have liked, at the end, if there was a little bit of a twist. Like, if Lucas's character in that dare, you know how he decides
Yeah.
to kill himself? What if because he has the kiss moment, what if he just gave up and killed Marky?
That would have been cool. And then he's like, Olivia, we could be together now.
And then Caleb's just gonna win anyway.
Yeah.
Or
Unless
you
they-
hand the movie over to me.
Are you about to rewrite?
Forget about Truth or Dare. The movie takes a sexual punch-up. Truth or Dick.
Please
Calyx
explain this.
is a sexual fiend. No matter what you pick, you get dick.
Do you get Caleb's dick?
Yeah, you essentially just wrote a porno. That's all you did. You wrote a Truth or Dare
It
porno.
wouldn't be my first one.
Are you talking about Office Pussy?
You mean acid, Shane?
Oh, that's right.
Don't
Sorry.
disrespect me. Or
Oh my god.
you take it on the lighter route.
Are we gonna allow this man another rewrite after that one?
Calyx is actually a saint.
Okay, so now we're making Calyx a good guy.
Truth or truth. He's unwrapping all Hollywood's dirtiest secrets.
So he's just going around to actors and actresses and saying truth or truth to get their dirty secrets out.
Yeah, and he's exposing them.
I like it.
It's better than the last
Which one you guys choosing? Calyx, the sex demon, or the good guy?
I really like Truth or Truth.
Yeah, I'm buying into truth or truth.
I thought Chan was gonna pick truth or dick.
No, I like truth or truth. It's got a good edge to it. The other one is just a porno that no one's gonna watch past the first 5 minutes.
Did you expect anything else from me? I'm the passion guy here.
This is true.
In the porno, and he gives him the dick, does he give him the face too? Or does the dick
Face
have
is
the
like,
face?
whoa, dude, rewrite.
Oh my
Rewrite
God.
on a rewrite.
Yeah,
I think we've taken this as far as it can go. I hate this movie. That's it. That's why I want to end on. I hated this movie.
Did not
But I
like
gave it
it.
a 4.
not good. I enjoy it though.
Yeah, it's a watch. I mean, like, it's not like unwatchable. It's just something I won't watch
Exactly.
again.
But if you want to talk about unwatchable, boy, do we have a movie for you next week. Before I tell you what it is, I just gotta say, please, if you haven't already, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 2guys1necro. You can follow us on Facebook at 2guys1necronomicon. We would love to thank Mike G for being on this episode.
Thank you for having me. People listening, give them a follow. Takes a second. I can vouch. These two guys, no BS. True fans of film, true fans of the horror genre. We watch movies all the time. We rip on each other. These are my boys. Give them a follow. Do it.
The king
Appreciate that,
of
buddy.
the passion bump.
Yep.
So, with all of that said, next week's movie, if you didn't think it could get worse than this week, it does, because we are reviewing Slenderman.
Oh, I didn't even know this. Holy shit.
Yes, that is next week's review. So,
That movie's a 1. I'm just gonna say. I won't be on next week's episode. It's a 1.
yeah, I'm not going to give anything away for us, other than tune in next week, where we FaceTime you.
You guys want to get Duncan?
Please follow us on Facebook at 2guys1necronomicon. Also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 2guys1necro. Also, if you can, and if you listen to it on Apple Podcasts, please throw us a rating on there. 1 star, 5 star, whatever it is, just let us know your feedback. Thank you very much.